So, good afternoon and welcome to the Friday's Pinoyathletics Wonderful World of Athletics. Today we will be presenting our virtual meet and the updates that follow regarding changes made to the virtual event and other such announcements. I'm now going to share the screen. I've also opted not to have my self on the video, due to the course, the focus is more on the virtual program itself. I'm now just going to share the screen. So, Pinoyathletics Masiv Sports nationwide virtual event, Leg 2, hosted by Pinoyathletics and sponsored by Masiv Sports, quality apparel supplier that supplies most of the UAAP teams and a lot of the national teams with quality sportswear apparel, singlets, t-shirts, and going into backpacks and other clothing, sports clothing. All right, so the virtual event the dates have been moved, but we'll be getting to that in a moment regarding the changes that have been made to the event. Before that, I would like to just remind you to subscribe to our new YouTube channel, www.youtube.com, Pinoyathletics20. Hit that subscribe button for more fine details on upcoming events, interviews, insights, and videos and stuff to do with training, as well as some insights into world and Southeast Asian athletics. Okay, so here are some flash updates with our new dates. Please note, due to an overwhelming number of entries nationwide and to allow time to prepare for our Mindanao Track League meet on November 20 to 21, we are now moving our entry deadline back to October 24th, 11:59 Philippine time. Our previous deadline was October the 27th, but just due to just too many entries, we've had to move that back in order so this event doesn't end up taking taking up a long amount of time in terms of the amount of time it takes to complete the event. We are also allowing submission of videos between October 27th to the 31st, with the deadline at 11:59 Philippine time on October the 31st. Previously, we had allowed only October 30 to 31 for submission of videos, but now we're allowing back as far as, October 27. We're not changing the end date because we don't want to prolong the meet, but we are allowing earlier for submission of videos because some of the athletes are going back home for school breaks and vacations and that sort of thing. So we allowed a bit longer for the for the submissions of the videos. Moving forward, so get your entries in. Email pinoyathletics@gmail.com before 11:59 p.m. Philippine time on October the 24th. Looks like the time is running out. Rule summary, so events are 200 long jump, 3,000 meter men's and women's. We'll be having certificates for separate age grades. Age grades are masters, open, under 20 and under 18. However, only the top time overall in each gender for the 200, the long jump, and the 3,000 meters will be getting a prize singlet from Masiv Sports. So that will be 6 singlets in total. 200 men, 200 women, long jump men, long jump women, 3,000 men and 3,000 women. Videos submitted must be full videos with clear view of start and finish. If videos do not meet the standards required, the organisers will request the videos to be resubmitted. And you can resubmit them up until October 31st at 11:59 p.m. Any extensions past then will need very special reasons and have to be approved by the organisers. The final time will be from our video software once we get the output from the video. So Participants are welcome to use Strava, take hand times, use Garmin, but the official times will be the video times, which is why a full video with clear view of start and finish must be provided in order to allow the video software to pick up a more accurate time. Long jump rules required full video, including no editing or doctored videos, will be accepted. A clear view of takeoff with clear visible foul line, clear view of where the athlete landed in the pit, clear view of measuring tape being used, the measurement from the part of the body that was closest to the takeoff mark, and need to use a well-raked pit. No use of jumping on cement or grass. It has to be a long jump pit. Age categories for this event. As I mentioned before, there will be separate awarding of certificates to Masters, Open, under 20 born January 1, 2002 and after, and under 18 born January 1, 2004 and after. Disclaimer and corrections due to glitches. Due to some Excel glitches, some information in our database may not be correct, and athletes might be entered in the wrong age category or have wrong team names. Please browse through the posted entries and send any corrections kindly to pinoyathletics@gmail.com for fixing. And the Pinoyathletics Masiv Sports Nationwide Virtual October 27th to the 31st presents the epic 200-meter men's battle. Who will come out as the fastest man in the country over 200 meters? We'll find out next week. So the men's 200-meter epic battle, who is the fastest man in the country? Including in the lineup is Prisa champion Rocky Ramos, the winner of the Pinoyathletics Masiv Sports Nationwide Virtual Challenge last month in the Pinoyathletics VMUF team. Palaro record holder Vince Bahia, and the former member of the national team from Iloilo Athletics. Former Batang Pinoy 400-meter champion Kenneth Corpus of South Cotabato. National junior record holder in the 400 meters Alrayan Labita of Leyte. And there is a total of 11 entries who have ran 22 seconds in this event, which is nationwide. And here is a list of the men's 200 meters with a total of 24 entries in the open division from a wide range of places such as Laguna, the Visayas, Mindanao, Northern Luzon, Southern Luzon, Bicol, Leyte, nationwide. Okay, so those are the entries for the men's 200-meter event, and it is stacked with a lot of sub 23 runners, as I mentioned before. Moving on to the next screen, there are 17 entries in the junior men's for the 200. So junior is 2002 and after. Interestingly, including national athlete Hockett and Guan De Luna from VMUF, who won the joint 400-meter virtual competition last month. And a national speed athlete, Ron Russell Amitra of the Santa Rosa Lions. So good here is Tristan Plotria of Negros Occidental. So in the juniors, there's a highly stacked field with a couple of sub-23 runners in it as well. And moving to the youth division, there are 16 athletes entered in the youth division, which is born 2004 and after. Among the entries here include Renia Rangers, who ran 23.06 and placed fourth at the last virtual event in the Pinoyathletics VMUF team. Several athletes from Team Escalar and the Santa Rosa Lions. And moving to the next screen, in the open men's 3,000 meter category, we have several strong candidates. Elbrun Neri, Pinoyathletics. Monton, Ivan Chiazon, Edgar Carrado of Calanog, more of a middle distance runner. The very promising Alfrensi Braza of Iloilo Athletics, winner of several virtual events, is also joining the lineup of 19 strong in the open men's 3,000 metres. Moving to the next event, in the junior men's 3,000 metres, Felix Joshua Lego, who ran a very credible 400 at a last virtual, along with the very talented MJ Maldajuia, who has set several strong performances throughout the virtual series. And several others. And then in the youth men's division, several entries from Santa Rosa Lions. John Mark Martir, the Pinoyathletics 2021 Philippine Athletics Junior Athlete and Men's of the Year, who had set a national outdoor mark in the junior 1,000 metres, leads the lineup along with several athletes from the Santa Rosa Lions and Team Iskala Athletics, that is fielding a total of 5 entries. And then moving to the long jump, our first ever attempt at a virtual long jump competition, we have 8 entries lined up in the open men's. The one to watch out for here is Miller Manulat of JRU Athletics, who has a personal best of 7:38 metres and was 4th place at the 2019 Philippine National Ayala Track and Field Open with a personal best of 7:38 metres. And in the junior and youth division, we have several strong candidates, including the dark horse Cesar Holero of South Cotabato, along with several entries from Santa Rosa Lions. There are 5 and 2 from Team Iskala Athletics. And moving to the Masters division, we have a total of 4 Masters athletes, 4 Masters athletes. Zoran Alfonso of the Santa Rosa Lions in the 200. In the 60 to 64 age category, Pablito Ruiz. In the 35 to 39 and 3,000, Sharon Anderles, both of the Violet runners. And also York Tamayo of Team Iskala Athletics in the Masters long jump. And now moving on to the women's 200 metre open. We have a 13 strong entry field here. A lot of athletes here, such as Estanora and Monoi, from more from the middle, longer type events, stepping down to the, the 200 metres. We also have the very famous Laika Jana, who won the 200 metre event at our last virtual competition last month. She'll be challenged by a few sprinters here, Jennifer Valerio, Joyce Manjares, and Jimelin Madriaga, which will be interesting in the open age category. In the junior age category, the women's 200, we have Palarong Pambansa silver medalist in the 200 metres, Leanne Deanna Pama, Deanna Hirano of Bohol, who has won some jumping, international age grade comps, or has placed for the Philippines in some regional international youth meets. Looking through the field, we have athletes also stepping down to the shorter distances. Also, ABCD Agamenos of Team Iskala Athletics, who's a regular top 3 performer in the virtual events. And then down to the youth women's 200 metres, with athletes born 2004 and afterwards. We have athletes preparing for the Batang Pinoy next year with the cutoff age of 2007. Of course, the youth women's cutoff is 2004. We have Erica Ruto, who won our Sprintopia 200 metres back in March, leading the field with a personal best time of 26:45, as well as being joined by her sister and Batala, her teammate, who was very impressive in the 800 in our last virtual meet. Looking at the women's 3000, Masters Open and Junior, 9 entries through all those 3 divisions in the 3000, so there wasn't as many entries as in the 3000 women's as we'd expect. In fact, the 200 and the long jump superseded the number of entries we had in the 3000. So we have Monoi, Lani Kadona Adao. We're still confirming her entry. And Mia Ibib, who won the 3000 at our last virtual meet, and Lucida Fernandez in the women's 44 to 49 age category in the Masters. So moving through to the girls' 3,000 metres. Again, young athletes preparing for Budding Pinoy 2007 cutoff date. We have Edna Maktubo, who was the joint winner of our 800 at the last virtual event, along with her co-joint winner, Lorraine Batala, the 2 joint winners of the 800 at the last virtual event, again battling it out over 3,000 metres. Lovely Drew Melisa of Iloilo Athletics, who was 4th in the 800 at our last virtual meet. In the 800, and the promising Mary Rose Price of Pinoyathletics VMUF, who has continuously been improving her 3,000 metre time, and also Campbell Pauline Dyson of Pinoyathletics Batuan City, who has had some outstanding improvements while preparing for the Batang Pinoy. And looking through to the long jump open, for women and junior women, we have a total of 11 entries for this event. And the interesting entries here is Deanna Hirano with a personal best of 5:59, a senior youth bronze medalist in the triple jump. We also have Agamanos of Team Esquilar, who's a 5:36 metre jumper, who would be the biggest challenge there to Hirano, as well as several sprinters who are trying out their luck at the jumping event. And moving to the youth women, we have 9 entries in the youth women, with sprinter Erica Ruto, speed-based being one of the better entries here, but most of these entries are new and sort of unknown. All the entries come from Santa Rosa Lions and Team Esquilar, so they've formed a sort of dual meet at the younger level in the long jump. And that's almost all we have time for today. I just want to remind you to click that subscribe button to our new YouTube channel at youtube.com, Pinoyathletics20, for great videos, insights, results, training advice, and news for world, regional, and Philippine athletics. Thanks all for now. Feel free to post questions in the comment section, and that is all for now. Thank you. That was over in less than 20 minutes. I was expecting, this to go for close to an hour, but we got through things pretty quickly today. Thank you, everybody, and have a pleasant day.